Hi everybody, I'm Philip Duncan and I'm back. Thanks for joining us. Well, I've had a good couple of weeks overseas and I see the weather back here in New Zealand hasn't really changed a great deal. We're still seeing plenty of cloud coming through and the odd shower along western areas. Here's the animated wind map. Now I've switched on the air pressure side of it. So if you look at towards the yellow, that's higher pressure, and the blue purpley areas lower pressure. So the reason why we're still getting plenty of cloud along the western side especially, and a bit of an up and down with the temperatures, lower temperatures in the south here, is really because we're right on the edge of this pool of lower air pressure, and the big highs up here to the north and out to the west, they're yet to come in, but they are moving in and things are about to settle down and warm up. But first, before we get through to that warmer weather, we've just got the last of this cloudy stuff coming through. So as you can see on the satellite map for Thursday, plenty of cloudy areas around the country, all drifting in here from the western side. So this is how Friday looks, the end of the week. High pressure to our north and around the South Island, but we've got this little area of lower pressure that extends out towards about Sydney. Now this low is not coming in towards us, at least not for another week. In the meantime, this area of high pressure is going to consolidate, and as a result of it being slightly to the east, the warmer northerly flow is about to move on through. So for Friday, still a few showers lingering around the north, maybe a couple lighter ones around the south, still fairly cloudy in a number of places, but the weather is starting to improve. So as we go on towards the weekend, perhaps no major changes on Saturday, still getting plenty of cloud and the odd shower, drizzle patch, the same old stuff we've been seeing for the last couple of days. But the highs, it's merging into one big block of high pressure smack bang out over the Chatham Islands. And of course, anticyclonic wind means it's the subtropical airflow that is moving down across the country. So by the time we get to Sunday, the airflow is pretty warm around New Zealand. Yes, we do still have a fair bit of cloud around the North Island and down here around the southern and southwestern sides, a few showers amongst that, but the general wind flow is now warming up. It's from the subtropics, or it's a nor'wester coming out of the subtropics like for some of these eastern areas, which means the temperatures are about to go up into the low 20s into the start of next week, and then by the time we get to Monday, most of the showers have started to disappear. They are still around, but plenty of long dry spells, and as we go through all of next week, this big high remains out to the east, the wind flow remains coming in from the subtropics, and by the end of next week, we could be looking at highs into the mid-20s in a number of areas of both islands. So what is waiting towards the end of next week? Well, maybe some low pressure out here, so make the most of next week. Things are certainly warming up and slowly starting to dry out. Now before I go, a lot of people have been asking me where I've been for the last couple of weeks. Well, we just spent 19 days driving through the desert of America, and I have to say, we had 19 days without one single drop of rain, no snow, and in fact the humidity at times was just 7%. Normally where I live in Auckland it's up around 60-70%. So very, very dry. Scenes like this became pretty standard. So while many of you are pretty unhappy perhaps with all the cloud and the showers that don't seem to want to go away, I have to say, one of the nicest sights I saw when I landed in Auckland just yesterday was a rainbow. I hadn't seen that for 20 days. So while it might be a bit depressing for some of you, I've got to say, we live in a beautiful country. The weather is pretty kind to us most of the time. That is all from me. It's great to be back. I'll catch you again on Friday.